All right. Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Melissa Kitto with Communicate with Angels. And um, I have a very special guest today. She's coming all the way from New Zealand. It's my mum. Her name is Jan Burke. And today we are going to talk about how to navigate energies in the environment. I think with COVID-19 and all the, effects that that's had on our lives, I think we're even more aware than ever that we can feel things that are going on in the environment. And there is actually a system that's been created that can help you navigate environmental energies and pressures so that you can stay successful within that. You can stay more balanced, and not many people know about what it is. So, and by the way, my mum is actually the person who got me involved in all of this work that I'm still doing now, 30 years later. So I always give her full credit for that. And this is one of the areas of the learning and experiences in the Way Showers College that she is very passionate about. So I'm going to pass it over to her to tell you a little bit more about what we're going to be talking about today.
Well, thank you, Melissa. This is an extra special opportunity for me too. Yes, as Melissa said, I've been involved with my own personal spiritual growth now for in a conscious way for 35, 40 years now. And when I came across this particular part of my learning, which was called La Familia Nuestra, and we're going to refer to it as LFN, this really helped me to understand the energies and the concepts that are coming in and out of planet Earth all the time. Now, a lot of people get some good stuff from astrology, and that's all good. And this is kind of like that, except that it's more precise. You know, what happens is that every month we get some calendars that gives us information for the month, for the week, for the day. So can you imagine having your whole month, week, day organized ahead of time, because you know what could trip you up? Because sometimes we're walking along and suddenly there's a banana peel, and we didn't know was there. But if we're aware of it ahead of time, this could happen, then we can keep ourselves alert. And this is what La Familia Nuestra has done for me. So let's look at March, because we're still in March. So the theme of the month, as it's called, or the theme for March, is overhaul. Now, when I looked at overhaul, I thought, oh, what's going to happen here? Maybe there'll be a new me, maybe there'll be a younger looking me. But what it meant was, and I can see that's been happening a lot, is that it's like a release. For some people, it'll be like a rebirth or a renewal of some kind. But for me personally, this month has been a month of releasing. Not just in my personal spiritual growth, but even in my physical, in that I found myself letting go a lot of material possessions that I really didn't need. So even in that small practical sense, overhaul has been, and already still is, a very interesting month for me. What about you, Melissa? How's overhaul been for you?
Yeah, so one of the things with the calendar that's available is that there's a theme every month. And so March is overhaul. And I know it's like looking around me, I haven't changed a whole lot of things, which in the last couple of years was the case in my life. Like I've completely overhauled my life really in the last couple of years and moved and all the things. But this month has been more about kind of course correcting and realizing like there was an area of my business that I thought was important and it just keeps not working out. And I realized that that was a clue that I need to actually change course a little bit. So what I'm talking about specifically was I was kind of focusing on getting clients that are working with me individually. And I realized that it just wasn't jiving. People weren't signing up for that as much as they had in the past. And I actually prefer working with groups than individuals. I love working with one-on-one too, but groups is really where I really come alive and enjoy it. So that was just a little example of an overhaul of, okay, this isn't, for some reason, this just isn't feeling right. It's just not coming together. And I need to just shift, you know, so I'm not completely overhauling my business. I'm just shifting a little bit to overhaul that. And I know a friend of mine was saying like, she's actually really overhauling, like she was in another state this past week looking for a new place to live and things. So if you are feeling like you need to kind of start over and freshen things up and change some things, it's very much in alignment with what's going on right now. And that doesn't always feel comfortable, but it's like we need to get to the other side of it for the next phase of abundance to come, right?
That's right. And understanding it ahead of time helps us just feel relaxed with it. Okay, this is normal. This is okay, right?
Yeah.
But align with that. The theme of the month is like overhaul is the big picture for the whole month. But then it gets broken down into different energy bands, and there are about 7 of them. At the moment, the one we're in at the moment is action. And action is a time of doing, basically. Kind of putting your dreams in motion, getting things done. And so you know what you're doing, where you're going, and how you're going to do it. Right? And it's very direct energy. I personally really like action energy. I look forward to it because I'm like, oh, I'll get so much done today. So it's like getting more done in less time, actually. It's that kind of energy. So this week, we're in energy action. Sorry, action energy. And already I could feel that yesterday. It was like, I had about 6 things to do, and it's like, boom, 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 boom. Here, there, quickly, all done, next one. Oh, it feels so fulfilling. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 7 different kind of energy bands that'll move in and out on different days. And Monday to Friday this week is action. So Mum's saying yesterday, because she lives in the future there in New Zealand. It's already Tuesday there. But action energy is like, what I notice is how I feel different when there's different energies in the environment. So when it's action, I don't get as tired. I'm actually energized by doing things, and I'll find myself wanting to like reorganize a closet and like just really be doing things and being productive. And yesterday on Sunday was friendship energy. So when it's friendship energy, I always notice that like my neighbors in my apartment community are all chatty and smiley and waving at each other. And when I used to go to a gym on a friendship day, everybody was all chatty and friendly. And other days they weren't really doing that. They were just there to exercise. So you'll start to feel those different things. So on a friendship day, I actually was at kind of an online networking conference last night. So it was perfect. We were just chatting and getting to know each other, and there's real value in that. But when you understand these energies, you can actually prepare yourself to you know, make the most positive use out of it. And sometimes, if it's possible, to plan things accordingly, like plan a party on a friendship day and you're going to enjoy it more, kind of a thing. So having these facts is just so helpful.
Well, that's right. And it helps us stay more organized ahead of time. You know, how valuable is that, really? You know.
Yeah.
So action energy, but then another one is family energy, which is kind of the opposite in some ways to action, because it's slower. And it's the time for being, you know, obviously working together with people is important at this time, and even your physical family, even your spiritual family. So again, it's like, okay, I need to I'm going to have a barbecue. When would be a good time to have it? If family energy happens at the weekend, then that's perfect because I can invite everybody in. And it's like, yeah, just a greater ease with everything because it is slower. But knowing ahead of time, I can plan better. Yeah.
So the other thing that is really helpful to know about with the La Familia Nuestra, system, for lack of a better word, is these concepts that move in that are a different kind of a flavor of energy. So can you explain what that is?
Yeah, the various concepts, and we started from the big picture of overhaul, then come down to maybe a weekly or a few days of energy, and then each day, sometimes, and it could be 2 or 3 days, there's a concept. Now, concept is something that could trip us up, as in temper tantrum, or have you ever been driving along and today the traffic's crazy, everyone wants to pass each other, and another day it's not, right? So it's like, again, being prepared ahead of time. Okay, today the concept is aligned with temper tantrum, so I need to be aware of other people having a temper tantrum, or even myself, because it happens very subtly.
I think I need to pay more attention when this temper tantrum energy comes up, so I know when my son's going to have a temper tantrum. This will be
exactly. There you go. You see, that's a good example of being prepared ahead of time.
I think this has been happening this last week.
Yeah. But, forewarned is forearmed, so to speak. And for me, this is like so invigorating even, so inspiring to have this tool that I can be prepared. I can plan ahead. I can be aware. So it's like I'm walking down the road. As you can see, I have my road behind me and I'm on my way. But I know where I'm going, what I'm doing, and how I'm going to get there. Staying alert, staying focused, staying calm within my pivot, my inner authority, right? So I'm on planet Earth. I'm here to learn and grow spiritually. I have a plan, and that's another story. But here I can fulfill my plan and my purpose fully, understanding all that's going on around me.
Yeah. The concepts are just trying to explain them more. It's like some people will be affected by them more than others. So it's on different days in the energy band. So they are different things, but the concepts is kind of like a tendency. So I brought up the example from my son. He's actually been very well behaved this past week, but he's gotten angry in the past, right? So maybe that happens when this we kind of name them. I think it was Sam, you said, but really what that represents is somebody that might just have a tendency to blow their top or lose their temper. And so if I have that tendency, when that energy is present in the environment, I'm going to be more affected by that. Now, there could be other people have more of a tendency to do that. And so I'm going to be affected by that in the environment. So like if you have a boss, maybe your boss is going to be affected by different types of energies at different times. And I think there's like 20 different ones. We're only using that one as an example, so you can learn more about what they are. But again, when you understand this, okay, I can stay relaxed with that person because I know they're just it's a little bit harder to stay relaxed and cleansed for that person at the moment because this energy is present in the environment. And so the key, and Mum's going to talk a little bit about a course she's offering in a sec. The key with all of this is, yes, understanding it, but for the purpose of then I know how to navigate pressure and I can stay more relaxed. Because let's face it, there's always going to be people that maybe are angry. There's always going to be people around me that push my buttons. It's part of life on planet Earth. And so I can't change those other people. So how can I learn to be more relaxed with these energies rather than trying to push against it or push it away or, isolate myself away from people? I want to learn to just be relaxed no matter what, and just kind of navigate that and stay on my own in a pivot point regardless. So easier said than done sometimes, because we all have little tendencies and triggers. But how would your life improve if you were just that little bit more relaxed? And I've had clients before that feel like they have to quit their job because there's negative people in their job. But what if that's really a great job for them and it's in alignment with their life purpose? It's a shame to leave that environment because of negative people. How about, and that's okay sometimes, I'm not saying never do that, but how about actually learning to, be relaxed within that environment so that pressure doesn't affect you, at least not as much. So that's kind of the goal of this La Familia Nuestra work. I get the facts so that I can be more successful within my environment and do what I came to do without being thrown off by other people or pressures, kind of a thing.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm working with a team of 2 other people with this course. It's called La Familia. What's a La Familia Nuestra course, and it's called Regrouping Your Concepts, A New Outlook at Life. It's a 12-hour course, and we're doing it online. So, hey, I'm in New Zealand and you're in the United States and or Canada or wherever you are. You too can join us. Don't you love Zoom?
Yeah.
It's way out of my comfort zone 10 years ago, but hey, and I love it now.
Yeah.
So this course goes into the concepts and the energies that come in and out of planet Earth. And we also do a technique where you can experience working with the energies and concepts of the previous week, the present week, and the next week. So you can really, for the past week, you can regroup what you've experienced, the present week where you are, and the future next week. We look at what's gonna come, right? So it's a 12-hour course, so it's full on, but hey, in my opinion, it can change your life. Mm-hmm. So we're doing it on Sunday, the 28th of March. We're on to countdown. Looking forward to it. It starts at 9 o'clock Eastern time, and it'll go to 9 p.m. approximately. And it's $150 US for if you're doing this for the first time. Now, if you want some more information, or if you feel that tingle, as we've been talking, then this course could be for you. So my suggestion is that you look at our website. It's called lafamilianuestra.com. Okay. And there you can get some more information or register. We'd really love it if you were to be a part of it, because we know that this is sending out an echo. Just by even just doing this call, the echo is already out there, and we're already making a difference to the planet. As Melissa said, at the moment we need all the positive stuff that we can get, and this is it.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, I invite all of you guys to check it out. We are live streaming this from Zoom, so at the moment I can't see any comments or questions that you guys might be putting on there, but don't fret. I will go back and look at them. I will also post the link that Jan just shared, lafamilianuestra.com. Like, if you don't know how to spell it, I will post that. Yeah, I'll post that in a few minutes. And you can, if you have questions, just put them below wherever you're watching this video. And I know, like, this is an example of the calendar. Like, I have it in front of me literally every single day. I use it as a tool for my spiritual growth. And this workshop is going to really just give you that full experience of this. And this is why I always come back to the Way Showers College courses and workshops because it is experiential. So we're not just talking about it, we're doing it. And you learn how to make it practical in your life. So that's what it's all about. So looking forward to it. And
yes,
thank
well,
you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Mother.
Right, daughter.
All right. Bye, everybody.